Welcome back to MTN Live in the Mountains. I'm here with Dr. Jeff Cox. He is the new president of Wilkes Community College. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. So you've been the new president since July, right?
Yes, ma'am. Started July 1st.
How's it been going?
It's been terrific. It's been a really good transition. I came over from Allegheny County. I was superintendent of the school system over there for about the last almost 9 years. So I'm a native of Allegheny County, and I'm very familiar with this area, so it's been a smooth transition.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. So tell us a little bit more about your background. I know you said you were the superintendent, but what is your history?
Well, I came to, I was born and raised in Allegheny County, and then came up here to Appalachian to go to undergraduate school. I had received my bachelor's degree in English secondary education. Graduated and was a high school English teacher for about 4 years, first in Greensboro at Dudley High School for a year. And then I transitioned back up to Allegheny County, and I taught up there for about another 4 years or so. During that time, I got a principal fellow scholarship, and it allowed me to go back to school, back up to Appalachian to get my master's degree. So I did that. During that time, I met my wife, and she was actually going to nursing school. So we completed, she her bachelor's degree and me my master's degree at the same time, and we moved to Union County where we could both find jobs. I got a job as an assistant principal at a elementary school there in Union County, and she had found a nursing position. We lived there in Union County for about 5 years. During that time, I went back to school again and got my doctoral degree at UNC Charlotte, and that opened up an opportunity to go ahead and move into a principal position pretty quickly. So after 2 years as an assistant principal, I got a principal position there in Union County. Stayed there for another 3 years, and then we moved down to Lee County for a job opportunity. I went down there to be an assistant superintendent over curriculum and instruction. We stayed in Lee County for just a little over 2 years, about 2.5 years, and the superintendent in Allegheny retired. So we took that opportunity to come back home to this part of the world that we love.
You just kind of came full circle.
We did.
Perfect.
We really did.
Well, you got you a good old App State.
Yes.
Education too.
Yes, absolutely. We love App State.
All right. Well, good. So, explain to us what maybe some duties of the president for the college. What does that entail?
Well, there are a lot of similarities between being the college president and being the school superintendent. You're kind of the administrative head of the institution. Where in the K-12 world, I work for a 5-member board of education at the college. The president works with and for a board of trustees. There are about 16 trustees, 17 counting our student government representative. But you really take on the role of being the kind of the administrative head of the college. So I've got several administrative staff who work there with me as a leadership team to kind of oversee the whole operation. So it's a great position, and we're blessed to have a wonderful college here in our region, Wilkes Community College. It's really well thought of throughout the entire state.
That is great, and I'm sure coming from a K through 12 perspective and then taking that experience into a college position, I bet that is really cool to kind of connect the two.
It really is. I think one of the things the trustees, when we were going through the interview process, I think they saw that as a real strength, that I've got this whole network in the K-12 world, both regionally. I've got good, strong professional relationships with all the K-12 superintendents, obviously, but also beyond, even at the state level. Some of the connections I have to the folks in that K-12 world, I believe they felt like it could, hiring me. I know this region well. I know the people around here, and have a good rapport with the folks in this area. but also that knowledge of that K-12 world, I think, is going to serve us well as we look to expand really what we're doing with the students in our high schools in our region.
That is very, very important. So tell us a little bit about how you're working to connect the high schools with the college.
Well, we have a program called the Career and College Promise, which essentially allows students to start obtaining college credits while they're still in high school. If you look at what the expense is these days of a four-year education at a university, it's gotten to be pretty expensive. So we're wanting to have it available for all the high school students in our region to take as many college classes while they're still in high school as possible. Because while they're in high school, those college classes are free. So it's very possible that a student could take at least a year, if not 2 years worth of college classes while they're still in high school. If they do that, then they could finish out, if say for example they take 1 year's worth of college classes through Wilkes Community College. When that student graduates high school, they could come to us for 1 more year, finish up that second year, and then transfer on to a university, and really all they're paying would be 1 year of community college tuition, which is just a fraction of what it's going to be at the university, and then all they would have would be 2 years to finish up at the university. So I think it's such a good deal economically. I think we're going to be making the case to parents and students about this really is the common sense way to look at getting a 4-year degree.
Absolutely.
I wish I had thought of it when I was in high school. Unfortunately, some of our high school students have a stigma about community college, like somehow it's less than, and probably at some point earlier in my life, I probably had that same perception if I were being honest. But I can tell you, having made this transition and seeing the quality of our instructors, I would put our instructors up against any instructors in any of our institutes of higher education, anywhere around the state. So I think kids can get a great, high-quality education during those first 2 years, do it at a very economical, in a very economical way that will save their parents a small fortune. So we're going to really be looking at trying to expand that and making sure that we can make that opportunity available. You know, that's as we continue to do everything else we do. We're there. About a third of our students are age 24 or younger. About another third are age 45 or older, and then that other third is somewhere between 25 and 44. So we really are have a broad base of students. So if you're a student out there and you're thinking, I don't know, I'm 50 years old, you fit right in on our campus.
Absolutely.
If you're 22 years old, you fit right in on our campus. There's someone who looks like you at our campus.
Absolutely. And I can pretty much attest to, you know, I went to a community college for my first 2 years and then transferred into App State. And honestly, that to me was the best decision. And I wish that when I was in high school that they offered those college classes because, I mean, it's brilliant because not only are you still allowing yourself to be in your comfort zone, which is you're still in high school, and then you're still taking college classes. The transition from high school to college is much easier, because you're not going in with a whole, I don't know what I'm not sure what I'm walking into. So you're giving them that experience, and that is priceless.
Oh, it's tremendous.
It really is.
We have a lot of students, and I saw this as superintendent. We have a lot of students who are very capable academically, but they're the first students to go to college in their families, and there's this barrier or fear of, gosh, do I really have what it takes to go to college? Well, yes. The wonderful thing about our community colleges, we're an open door institution, which means we take all students. Anyone who comes and is willing to do the work, you can come to a community college. So once students graduate, we're an open door institution. So no matter what kind of grade you had, we'll do the placement testing, figure out where you are and what kind of help you need, and we'll put you in the right courses to get you started. But what I've seen is what you have. Students who may not think that they're college material take those first classes while they're still in high school, realize they can pass the classes, and all of a sudden they start thinking, I can do this. I can go to college.
Great motivation, and like boost your motivation, definitely your confidence.
Right.
And it helps, for me anyways, it kind of lowers that fear of, I have no idea what I'm going to do. Because sometimes teachers can put a lot of pressure on you when you're in high school. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And you're 18 years old. You have no idea.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do when I was 18 is absolutely nothing related to what I'm doing now.
No, me either. I promise you, I didn't know I was going to be a college president when I was 18 years old. Never would have dreamed that that's where I would end up. But
my goodness.
Our lives take us in different paths.
Absolutely. Well, I think that is a tremendous plan and great, I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for. I just think it's a great idea what you guys are implementing over there at the college and connecting with the high school students. I think that is just brilliant, and I'm sure you will definitely see results from that.
Well, I think we will. I think if the more students we can get in high school to start thinking of themselves as college material, I think it helps us expand that for a lot more students. And if you look at the economic impact, there's all kinds of studies that show the better educated your population is, the better the economy is going to be in your region. So I think for Wilkes, Ashe, Allegheny, Watauga, the whole region up here in this part of the world, the better job we can do getting more of our population with at least a 2-year degree, the stronger we're going to be in building our economy back.
Absolutely.
So that part of it we think is really, really important.
I think so too. I couldn't agree more. So are there any other plans that you have for your new position?
Well, one thing we're working on is expanding what we're doing with online and distance learning. We have what's called a QEP. It's a quality enhancement plan. It's kind of like our school improvement plan, but essentially it's looking at the realization that for more and more students and the population in general, they're wanting to take at least some of their courses online when it suits their schedule. So we have folks who work full-time jobs who had children and think, gosh, I just don't have time to leave and don't have anyone to babysit. So we're going to be doing more classes to connect with folks, so that if you want to do it in the middle of the night or late at night or early in the morning or just on weekends, that as long as you do the work, you can do it on a time schedule that fits your needs.
That is fantastic, creating so many opportunities for education, because so many who do have families or who are working a full-time job and want to increase their knowledge. I mean, that is amazing that you guys are offering those opportunities.
Well, we're never going to replace all the face-to-face contact, and we want folks to come and be part of the campus, and all that's important as well. But the practical reality is that for a lot of folks, that creates a barrier of entry. I'm never going to go because I just can't imagine being able to go and complete all the courses I would need, all those on campus. So if we can bridge that and get a lot of that stuff available to folks online, we think we can make a lot bigger impact in our community.
That is fantastic, and all of this is kind of just really like making, I'm trying to find the word, alleviating the challenge of getting an education. And once people start taking those online courses and seeing what they do at their own pace and kind of getting a feel, most of the time it's really just getting back in the groove of doing school, of going back to school. And that just keeps them moving forward, and I just think I think an education is so important. Well, if you can't tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm a big advocate for that, and letting people know, you have to keep trying and keep going and never ever give up on your education. And you guys are making that just not the case.
Well, we take seriously the community in Wilkes Community College. We believe we're here to serve the community, and for some folks that might mean coming back and just taking a class in the evening, a welding class or 2 or 3 welding classes to get a particular skill. For other folks, it may be getting a 2-year associate's degree in nursing or in any number of different particular skill programs, technical programs. And if that's what you want to do, then that's fantastic. You can come and get that at Wilkes Community College.
All right.
So if you want to get the 4-year degree, come to us first and get the first 2 years, and you'll be well satisfied with the quality of education and the economics of
Absolutely.
How affordable it can be for you.
It just makes sense.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on your new position.
Thank you very much.
Seems like you've got a very great plan and a good road ahead for the community college. And where can we get more information?
Well, you can certainly call the college if you like. The direct number is 336-838-6100 is the general number. I believe we've shared my office number, so if you want to call me directly, you can call that 6112. I'll be happy to talk with you myself. But if you just want general information, it's the 838-6100, or look on our website, www.wilkescc.edu. And you can certainly find information there.
And all the programs that you offer as well, too.
All the programs
Everything.
that are offered, it's all listed there on the website. But certainly if you have any trouble finding anything, call that number and we'll put you in touch with the right people to find out.
And you have people there to help with entry admissions as well.
Absolutely.
Admissions,
financial aid.
Anything that you need to answer those questions of, can I do this?
Absolutely.
For you.
The answer is yes, and let us help you figure out how.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.
We'll be right back after this.